So to get started with renewing your employee's PTO in your OnTheClock account, you will want to first be logged into your admin or manager account. So inside of my admin account, before I make any changes or updates to my employee's PTO, I'm going to go ahead and pull my employee's PTO summaries first for the current PTO cycle. So you can do this a couple different ways. We do have a couple different reports. So if you want a full report as far as the employee's time that they took, as well as all of the information for their categories that they had available to them, what they used, any amount they had remaining, and then the rules that they had for each, you're going to go ahead and in your OnTheClock account, you're going to go ahead and choose PTO, current PTO, and requests. And this Excel export button right here is what you're going to choose to get that report. So again, this report's going to have all of the employees' information, as well as if they were on a accrual type basis, you're going to see the dates that the amounts that they earned were awarded to them in their account. And then you'll also get down here in the sheets, you will be able to see the dates that they requested time off for. So if you're looking for that breakdown of those PTO categories, such as my vacation, sick, and personal time for these employees, I would be able to see that here. So again, this report I pulled, it's got all of my employees' information. However, it's just one employee. So you will have to come through here and choose each employee from this drop down, click this button, and then it's going to go ahead and download that report for you. That way you have it for your records. If you are looking to do all of your employees' information at once, maybe you don't need so much info, maybe you're looking for something a little bit more simple, just maybe the information as far as the type that they had allotted or accrued, what they had used or remaining for each of those employees, we can go ahead and just do a general report. It's going to look again very similar to this. So to do this, you'll just choose PTO. And then if you choose PTO renewal, you'll see this export PTO balance button right here. So this is going to give you that report where it's got all of the employees' information for the PTO that they had for their current or older cycles. So now that you've pulled your employees' information, you're good to go ahead and update their balances. So if you would like to update all of your employees at once, we would recommend using our PTO renewal section for this. It's a little bit easier. So we have here in our PTO renewal, we have due for renewal now, within 30 days, or all employees. So if you are looking ahead and you want to just kind of be mindful of any employees that you might have coming up, we will break it out for you in the categories that you have turned on for your employees, and you will be able to see when those employees do need to have their PTO renewed. So we'll go ahead, we'll look at just employees that are due for renewal now. And I can see it is broken out by each of these PTO categories. So if we're looking at just my vacation time, we'll go ahead and we'll update all of my employees for vacation. So I can see 3 of 3 employees have been selected. I do have the expiration date, the allotted accrued amount, how many hours they've used, and a remaining balance associated with each of these employees. And then it's also going to ask me what my policy is for carrying forward these hours. So if we do have a policy that allows for all of my employees to carry forward hours, I can say yes. If we don't carry forward hours, I would say no, and it would just apply down for all of my employees here. Or we could choose some. So if we did some, you're actually going to see here a box, and then you can enter that number of hours that you are allowing to be carried forward. We'll go ahead and say no for the time being, and then we'll choose roll forward vacation PTO. And again, if you did happen to forget that first step of pulling your employees' PTO summaries, we do have this button right here for you, just warning you to go ahead and do so if you've not done so already. So now I have updated my employees' PTOs all under my vacation category, so I can go ahead and keep doing the rest of my categories that I have listed here. Another way that you could do it, if you have a couple of one-offs or you're looking just at a couple of the employee profiles, you could come in under their specific profile and PTO settings. you'll see here all of their information. So you could, if you would like to, manually update their dates right here, you could. However, if you would like to click this new PTO year option right here, it's actually going to automatically fill those dates for you. And then we have that option as well for the carry forward of these hours right here. So again, if your policy is to carry forward, you can say yes, no, or you can choose to carry forward some. Totally up to you. So I'll go ahead and save my changes. And now we can see that my employee's account for their sick time has been updated. So if you are, again, looking to do a couple categories here, or just one employee, or again it's just a one-off, you can do that in their profile. Otherwise, if you are looking to do all of your employees at once, the best bet's probably going to be this PTO renewal section right here, where you can come in, look at all the employees that are due, and then update them all at one time. So as far as updating your employees' holiday hours, if you are looking to just pre-fill the holidays in your OnTheClock account, you can go under PTO to add Bulk Pto. So in here, it's going to ask you to select the employee. So I'm going to go ahead and select all my employees, and it's going to ask me for the year. So we're looking at 2022, and it's going to ask me to specify the PTO hours that I would like to add. So in step 3 right here, it does have all of the dates listed here for me. If I happen to have any dates that I'm paying out my holiday time on that are different from what's listed, we do have a custom section right here that you can enter those alternative dates, and then you can just enter that number of hours. So it's up to you if you would like to work ahead and do all of your information at once for the entire year of 2022, that's totally fine. But maybe if you want to just do one holiday at a time and slowly add it, that's totally okay too. So we'll go ahead and we'll say for New Year's Day, we're paying out 8 hours to all of our employees. And then you can go ahead and step 4, just verify that this is correct. And if it is, go ahead and press Save PTO. And now I can see that 3 PTO time card entries have been added to the time cards page. So if I want to go ahead and check that out, I can see here for the first of the year, all of my employees' holiday hours have been added. Now, if I do happen to have maybe a situation where some employees are being paid out a certain number of hours and maybe some are being paid another, you can come in and differentiate that. You'll just want to do them by groupings. So again, let's say we did all of my employees that were being paid out 8 hours for New Year's. Maybe, for example, under Add Bulk Pto, we only want my Bryn H employee for the next holiday. So for Memorial Day, maybe we're only paying out 4 hours for this particular employee. We can go ahead and click the Save PTO button here. And I can see that the time card entry has been added. Now I can come in and do the other 2 employees at that full 8 hours. So I'll go ahead and choose my other 2 with that year. And we'll add in the 8 hours. Perfect. So now if we go to our time cards page, let's go ahead. We have our custom dates right here for the year all the way through 22. You can do this by pay period if you would like. So we can see here that now my employee's information has been added. So for example, my salaried employee, they had 8 hours paid out for both of these holidays. However, we can see under my Bryn H employee that they only had 4 hours paid out for this holiday right here. And when you are bulk adding your holiday time, you will notice this button, or excuse me, you will notice this little note right here that says this time card entry was bulk added on. It will have the date and time that you did add it. So this is going to be auto-filled every single time that you do this bulk option. So if you do want to make an edit or change to this note, all you have to do is click on this note right here. It's going to pull up the time card. And then you can come in here and remove this text and put in whatever you would like, if you would like to do that. So maybe I could say my initials, and then I could say that I updated on, and that would be today's date. And then I can go ahead and press save. So now my note is different from all the rest of them. So if I did want this note to show in all of them, I would have to go through and manually edit every single one of these entries, but if you're not looking to change this note, after you've done that bulk entry, you are all set to go with your account. So we will go ahead and start our Q&A session now. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat section now. And we do have a couple of upcoming webinars, so please be sure to check that out as well on our webinars page. You can find that by clicking on the question mark that we have here and then going to webinars. You will be able to register for our upcoming, as well as be able to view all of our previous webinars as well. And if you do have any questions outside of this, maybe they're account specific that you want answered, you can live chat with us right down here. If you would prefer a phone call, we have our phone number listed here as well that you can go ahead and call us and get your questions answered if it's something specific to your account. All right, so we'll go ahead and start our Q&A session now.